New baskets, Paul McBeth goes off, and the duct tape's gone. What the hell is up, degenerates? It's the disc golf world. I'm Jefferson, alongside me, the one with all the holes in his game, Swiss Cheese, and we're at the United States Disc Golf Championship, breaking down everything you need to know from round one. Before we get into the action, if you're going to be spectating, come check out our tent and vendor village. We got very limited merch and some discs still available, but who knows for how long. Winthrop Gold saw a few changes as it normally does. The first notable being on hole 3, there was a second Mando added. On top of that, there was another pin position forcing players to work left rather than right. They also did some trimming around the green, but added hay bales in order to keep the integrity alive. On brand for the course. Winthrop is a big fan of slight hole variations from positions A and B. There was second pins added to holes 9 and 13 that increased the difficulty just enough. Speaking of hole 9, the tee was moved from a questionable par 4 to a reasonable 3 with a different tee altogether for FPO.
Hole 9, the tradition of changing this hole continues. This is one that has seen probably more changes than any hole on the course.
I aced this hole, and they were like, "Oh, this is too easy. We got to make it harder."
Very interesting. Yeah, we used to have that tee box, and then they had like those fake trees up. Remember that, Goose?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is actually a really big change.
Quite a bit different. Yeah.
We have 2 placements this year. We have the uber far left, which looks like it's pretty close to OB.
I kind of dig this change a little bit. So they've got the basket for this one and this one now closer to the OB, both kind of long and short.
Right. It is a little different shot because you've got the low ceiling from that tree off the tee too, though.
Right.
Much better than the Christmas tree designs from the past. Utilizing a real tree. Crazy concept. Then again, Innova is the one making the Rolo. The best part about USDGC is the culture of the sport feeling more alive than ever, and that was no different this year. Wednesday, we saw the new inductees into the World Disc Golf Hall of Fame. Huge shout out to those that have pushed the game into heights many could only imagine. After round 1, we saw the Legends skins match that included Ken Climo, Barry Schultz, Juliana Korver, alongside Paul McBeth, Paige Pierce, and Owen Scoggins. Not the only attraction that occurred after the round. You had the ace race on hole 7 brought to you by Another Round. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it happen. All good though when I can slam a beer and listen to the concert series, which is going down every single night after competition for those not ready to end the day. Lastly, we had to check out the putting league over at Slow Play Brewing, where I drank a few too many back nines, but when you're in Winthrop, you party. Thankfully, after the first round, there was no drama, although I'm taking credit for the upgraded tee pads in holes 12 and 14. 27 years this event has been going on, and the time right after Disc Golf World points out maybe we shouldn't use duct tape for a tee pad, boom, it's solved the next year. Just saying. The only other thing causing commotion was the new Innova baskets being used.
Debut of the Disc Catcher Tour target. We have taken the iconic Pro 28 and added 7 inner chains for a target that is designed to handle the high velocity putts of pros today. So excited to bring this target to the championship, and we'll talk more about it here in days to come.
Now let's check out that spit out, and let me know if it's bullshit or not. Same goes for the beats being dropped in hole 7's tee. If you don't know, it's the Zuka Lounge area, so in order to keep the vibes up, they have constant set going. I can respect when KJ USA is on the sticks, but this, I'm not sure. Enough nonsense. Swiss, hit the people with the FPO recap.
With Pink still not holding that major status, the bulk of, if not all the storylines coming into Winthrop Arena surrounded the top 4 players in the FPO. Don't get me wrong, that's better than major in our hearts talks, paywalls, and Chuck's bourbon. But if the PDGA wants to keep the debate ongoing by also diminishing half of this event's status, at least this Player of the Year race puts some intrigue into this event, as all 4 each with a resume and claims to the title now coming down to which of the 4 can take down the final event on hallowed ground no less, simply to take down the crown, as it is presumed by many, but funny enough it would be Estonian Anneli Tugas Manesti that everyone would be chasing down early. Manesti found herself atop the leaderboard following a 6 under on the front 9, the strongest of any competitor, and all began with a 67-foot birdie on the first hole. The back half would be far more of a struggle, finishing 1 over and a 5 under total. Manistee was still the only player not to throw a B for the day, and even while she had to watch Missy Gannon take the lead, still finds herself on lead card and only a stroke behind. Missy would be the best of the 4 players of the year candidates, still running hot from her MVP win by adding another hot round, a 6 under this time. Finished top 3 in every statistic off the tee and finds herself 3 strokes ahead of Silver Saarinen, 6 up on Owen Scoggins, and a mere 14 strokes up on Holland Hanley, who couldn't start off worse by going 7 over through just the first 3 holes. Didn't really improve much from beyond that. Hannah Wynn's 3 under was not only enough to tie Silva, but also earned her the remaining lead card spot. Hannah led tee to green on day 1 over Missy, and with even a better day on the putting green, could have had a closer score to her also. With 3 days remaining, there's still plenty of others that will have an impact on this event. Hannah Blumroos has podiumed here before and is only 6 strokes back on chase card. No one should and will count out Owen Scoggins with 3 days remaining, and Cadence Burge sits at 2 under on chase card, well in reach with plenty of holes remaining. Now let's kick it back to Jefferson so he can get through MPO and we can get back to vending tomorrow.
Over on the MPO side, McBeth has fans excited. We've been talking for a few weeks about how the storyline is a Gannon versus Paul battle. Frankly, I still think we're setting up for that. Paul wasted absolutely no time getting 2 quick opening birdies, even smashing a long putt on hole 2 to get the blood pumping. He nailed another circle 2 putt on the par 5 over the water for birdie, which kicked off a 4-hole birdie stretch, adding another deep putt on hole 8 from 51 feet to cap it off.
I made a lot of bonus putts today, which in this wind are, twice as nice. So, yeah, I feel overall good with today.
McBeth was 4 for 5 from outside the circle on the day, something if he can continue throughout the weekend will separate him from the field. Along with staying clean inside the circle, which he can improve going into round 2 since he waited until the final hole to miss from C1. Although there isn't much to complain about after finishing 2 strokes above second place. Top putters Corey Ellis and Andrew Marweed tied at 8 under find themselves on lead card, followed by Evan Scott. The spotlight's going to test the 3 of these guys. Corey, having a major under his belt already, has a chance to prove himself again. The tour veteran Marweed has yet to win on the big stage, and Evan has been in this position only to fall short time after time. Gannon Buhr finds himself 7 strokes back of the lead, coming in at the 3 down, eagling hole 10, only to follow it up with a double bogey. Some even saying he had his worst shank of his entire career on hole 18. That someone being Ben Kenny, so I'm gonna believe it. Even being that far back after day 1, I'm not counting Gannon out yet, and I don't think anyone should. Tomorrow the property gets some changes into the B locations. Might be what some need to get back into this thing. Only 4 strokes back, you also have Ricky Wysocki looking for his first win on the season and to end that major drought. Anthony Barella also right there trying to redeem himself from last year. Calvin Heimberg 6 strokes back to stack majors after his first ever just a couple months ago. And that's everything from round 1 of USDGC that you need to know. Make sure to subscribe to not miss out on round 2's recap of not only play, but also all the other fun things going around. The US Championships are so much more than just a disc golf tournament, but it's the self-proclaimed biggest celebration of the sport, and it's hard to argue. Unless you went to Finland. But they stepped up their game, and we'll do our best to document it along the way. See you guys tomorrow for the round 2 recap.